Hey everyone, thanks for your commitment to wanting to be a better host. I'm Ella, your travel advisor that always gets you right for your upcoming trips. Let's get right into it. Today we will be doing a pack with me for my upcoming trip to Bali. It's going to be full of informative things that you may not consider, may have forgotten, and just a way to stay on top of things. Times are changing and there's new strategies on how to get to your destination the most resourceful way, and you have all of the things that you need. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I've already started packing. I have 2 different suitcases for 2 different moments. And then each suitcase has a zipper flap, and so it flips over that way. So it's a zipper closure on that side, and then this is just like out. When you open the whole suitcase's part, it's like exposed. So I like to put the things that I'm going to be reaching for often in the exposed part, and then those things that I want to keep tucked away in the zipper part. So that's the first step you want to do when you're packing, to make sure that you're packing everything that you need, and when you're on vacation, you'll know how to find it easily. So I've already got that going. In the area that's exposed, I'm keeping a lot of swimsuits because it's going to be a summery vibe. It's super hot outside, so I have swimsuits in here, a comfortable jumpsuit that I like to wear, another comfortable lounge romper set, a dress that I think I might wear depending on different vibes, or this is like a very high demand dress, like I know I'm gonna wear it, and some more short and another white dress that's in demand, like I know I'm gonna wear it. Back there we have more moments that may not be worn on this trip or worn less often. Say for example these swim short cover-ups. I may end up wearing these every time we go down to the pool, but it just comes down to what are you going to grab for most often. Be realistic with yourself and pack for you. You know, like you're the one that's gonna have to deal with this when you get to your destination. So let me go cut this string off and I'll be right back. All right, so we got our shorts de-stringed. And that's another just thing you want to make sure is that when you're packing, like look at your stuff, try on your stuff again, make sure your stuff matches. Everything in here I've already tried on and I already know, you know, how the looks are going to work. So that takes me into my look board. So for my lookbook, I like to code everything exactly how it needs to be and then put the dots in the zipper portion and no dots if it's exposed. So the dots literally just remind me of a zipper. So that's what I base it off of. So you could do any type of legend, like key, to let you know where you packed what. But the base of what I'm showing is the actual chart of knowing your outfits. Depending on how long you're going out or where you're going, you may not need this. I don't use this for every trip I go on, but the ones that I know I want to be photo ready and it's going to be a jam-packed itinerary, I like to do this so I don't have to worry about like outfits and shopping and stuff like that. Like the things that I know I'm going to buy, like you see here, it says buy on vacation. So that's what you want to make sure that you have put together. So as you see, I need some Asian fans, so I'm going to go ahead and pack that. And then when I pack that, I get on my iPad and I just check it off like that. And they're going in the zipper portion. I changed my mind. They're gonna go in the exposed portion because I think I might actually use those more often than needed. I also have some chopsticks. Now I know these are not gonna get used often. They're so beautiful. Like wow, this one has everything going. Oh. And so this takes me into my next point. Things like this that could get either damaged, shaken around, or if it's like a set or some type of collection that you need together, you want to make sure that you're using sectional bags. And so I'm about to actually get my microphone. So I put my chopsticks in a little divider and I'm going to continue to add more gentle items into here. But for right now, that's all I have. So once I get through that portion is when I start going down my packing list. Well, not all of my fashion, but I did all of the articles of clothing for the fashion. And I started off with a few accessories. I incorporated the shawl and the chopsticks and the fans because those are like larger items. But when it comes to my jewelry, I handle that a little bit differently. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all how I handle my small items of jewelry. I have my jewelry separated like this. So I'm going to lay it out over there and I'm going to pull out my handy dandy jewelry holder. I think my friend got me as a little like goodie bag for coming on the trip. I love those goodie bags. And that's why you always say, so off topic, but that's why when you give goodie bags, you want to give them something that people are going to reuse. Because every time I use this, I think about her. So this is super cute, super simple, and super affordable little keepsake. So, and I actually demolished it. It actually held up very well. It's been through a lot of things. But right here on this corner, baby, I demolished it. I might need me a new one, but that's all right. So I'm going to go down my board and make sure that I have all of the jewelry that I'm going to want. Okay, so now I went ahead and grabbed a little black dress. I'm getting into the alternatives. So you always want to make sure that you have something packed that you know you're gonna be comfortable in and wear regardless of the scenario. So I packed a long sleeve jean dress just in case it rains or it gets chilly. It's still short, so it's very versatile and comfortable. It's not gonna be a priority wear, but if I'm looking for something comfortable, I wear that dress often and I know it's gonna be reliable. Same with this one. If we end up going to some type of like club vibe that's not a club or whatever, I don't want to feel underdressed or overdressed, I can throw this on and it's very reliable. So I'm going to throw that in there. We also want to make sure that we're packing any type of necessary or accessory, which is you want to consider your headscarves if you're going to wear headbands, if you're going to wear bandanas. I mentioned sunglasses, jewelry. In addition, going through your board and making sure that you're layering your items properly. So if you're wearing a dress that has short sleeves, making sure you bring your shawl, even though it may not be on your board. Or if you're dressed like this, that's razorback, making sure you're bringing a razorback bra. And so things like that avoid you having to rush, you having to go shopping, or you feeling uncomfortable in your outfit. It just makes you a better planner and a better host. So now guys, we've packed, we've figured out how to stack those accessories, and you see they folded up nicely in the little container. That's just how you pack stylish and strategic and smart. So we went over how to organize a suitcase. I touched on making sure your outfits are versatile, which is basically knowing what you can wear possibly more than once, like the pull short or those dresses I have in the right suitcase, knowing what you're gonna repurpose. Another thing I want to make sure that I go over is packing your toiletries. So let's head over to the bathroom and start that. You want to make sure that you're packing smart and that you're preparing well for your trips. I have this wash bag, and it has all of the samples that I've collected. So like soaps, bar soaps, razors, shampoo, body wash, floss, lotion, face cream. And like this is, you know, like this is good stuff. It's not like just random skincare products that you can use. So make sure when you're getting those samples, even if it's the packets, that you're keeping them so that you can use them for your trips. Like I have this packet. They gave me like 20 of these sometime when I was in Ulta for something. And just things like that. If you're just having a overnight trip, 24-hour, 36-hour trip down the road, then these are perfect, you know? You don't have to pack your entire large bottles, because especially me, I buy my skincare in bulk, so I don't want to bring all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing. I have, in addition to this wash bag with all of my samples, I keep a ready to go bag, which basically has a lotion, a body wash, toothpaste, things like that. So just something that's a little bit more ready to go. That's just a collection of samples that I own, but this is really like for a trip. So I have this Chanel serum face wash. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the face wash brand that I use every day. Some makeup wipes. This was, I'm guessing the last time I packed this bag was for a short trip. I'm gonna need more makeup wipes than 2. So I'm gonna put these back into my sample bag and bring my bulk size makeup wipes. It's a good amount of things in here, but I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add a razor. I'm gonna add a bar soap. I'm gonna add my exfoliate from Paula's Choice. This is another product I use every day. I have it in bulk. I believe I already have a lotion in here. So I'll pack this lotion. I'm gonna throw this lotion in here. I think it's from Bath and Body. Yeah, Bath and Body. And so the only way that you can really reap the benefits from this strategy is long term. This isn't an overnight thing. Like I told you all in the beginning, I have a long packing list of about over 30 items. And when I first started the list, it started with like 8, but I continued to remember things that I needed on trips. And I'm like, oh gosh, let me add this to my list because I never want to forget this again, or I just never want to forget this period. So I'm really just going through my bag, making sure I have everything. I even have some allergy medicine in here. And this is really a go-to bag for anything I need. I'm actually gonna bring this also. What is it called? Glow Recipe? Yeah, Glow Recipe, the watermelon glow. And I'm gonna bring a lip scrub. I wanna bring things that are really like gonna rejuvenate me and bring me back to myself if need be. I'm also gonna bring this portable sewing kit. I've actually never used it. I've never had to use it, but I always bring it with me. I'm not gonna pack these single allergy medicines because I'm gonna bring my bulk pack since it is allergy season. I'm also gonna, I keep some retainer cleaners in here, but I'm not gonna take these. I'm gonna bring a bulk pack. And then this mirror, I'm not sure if I already packed a mirror. It doesn't hurt to have 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this mirror in there. I have a few of these. I might have bought bulk pack of 10. And so like I have one in my work bag. I've never used this one, so it still has like the film on it. But so there might end up already being one in my purse, but there's nothing wrong with having 2. I like to use these mesh bags for the bathroom because they can dry easily. So if you do bring it in the bathroom, it gets humid, you know, you zip it up and it's still dry. It's still able to dry. So that's not all of the toiletries, but that's all of the toiletries from my sample wash bag. And so whenever I come home, if I have anything left, I throw it in here if it's not a every trip type of thing. And if it's gone, I just throw it away at the destination that I'm at. So another thing I'm seeing in here is this, which I already know exactly what this is. This is some Chi silk repair. What is it called? Silk infusion. So I'm gonna fill this up, and I'm also going to bring a few more hair products. And I have some bottles like this that I'm going to fill up. So let me go get that. So these are the bottles I like to use. I'm gonna take this in its full size because I like the pump. They do have travel size refillable bottles with the pump, but I haven't gotten one yet and I leave soon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pack the full thing. And honestly, I think I'm gonna need the full thing, so I'm just gonna bring it. When I bring large items like this, especially liquid, I always double wrap it in a grocery bag. So that's what I'm gonna do before I throw it in my bag. I have the She silk, and then I have one container that I'm gonna put my shampoo in. It smells so good, like old shampoo, and one that I'm gonna put my conditioner in. And so okay, so we have our hair bag packed, which is similar to the toiletry with the mesh, but this bag is a little bit larger and it can fit my flat iron, curling iron, all of those things. And so this is the part where you pull out your list and you see what other points do you want to hit on. So I actually have a meeting coming up in 45 minutes, but we're gonna go ahead and continue through the video. So this is when you pull out the list and you figure out what exactly did you need to remember to pick. So there's quite a few medicines. I need to get allergy relief, motion sickness relief, and antibiotic. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack those into my bag now. So this is what I went ahead and grabbed: some motion relief, activated charcoal, allergy medicine, stomach relief, and we're gonna throw that into our toiletry bag. And as you can see, everything is still comfortably fitting in here. So this is not a hair bag, this is just a toiletry bag. So as far as my shampoo, my mousse, my combs, my brushes, that has another bag. And so in addition to these facial samples, you want to make sure that you're keeping any type of sample. So I have some laundry detergent that I'm going to throw in here, or not in this bag, but in another sectional. Some laundry detergent and some mini Lysol. Also, what I keep in my traveler's chest is I bought a bulk pack of these. So I have a whole bunch of these in there. Maybe like 20. And then laundry detergent. I'm gonna bring all of these because I can always bring it back. So it's these that I received at like an Airbnb or something. I just take them with me. So we're gonna put those over there. I also want to grab shower filter for when I go to like third world countries or just countries where the water is not that clean. I throw this in my suitcase and I just install it on the shower head. It's usually fairly easy, or if you have a man with you, it'll make it even easier. I also travel with an adapter. It's actually 2 different cubes in this. It has the type C and the type G, I believe. So that's Asia and Europe basically covered in here. Have to pack that. I also have to make sure that I pack my rain protection. So if I'm ever going on a jet ski adventure or anything like that, I'll take this bag with me. It's waterproof and you roll it like this, you secure it, and it goes over like a crossbody, or you can make it a book bag somehow. There's another way you can make it like a book bag. These are some high quality ponchos that I invested in. It has buttons down the front all the way down, so it covers pretty much to your ankle if you were short. I'm 5'7". It covers like to the middle of my calf. So I'm gonna pack this. I am going on some water adventures, so I'm gonna pack both of these. And then since I am going to a destination with water that's not so clean, a lot of people get Bali belly, and I've heard just really scary things about that. I'm bringing my gravity bag, my straw filter. I don't plan on drinking like out of a lake or anything, but even brushing your teeth, washing your hands, the water is not that filtered, getting ice, etc. So I'm bringing this where I could fill this up under the sink and then collect that and use this to wash my hands, brush my teeth, etc. So I'm not like forced to use water bottles. Like I have another source of clean water. It removes E. coli, it removes bacteria, viruses, not the bag, but the straw that you saw me pull out. If you were to put that up against a lake, you can drink that water. So it's a really strong filter. So I'm also gonna bring that, and I'm gonna throw all of those household type items into my laundry bag. So the shower filter, the adapter system, the gravity bag, and its straw. And of course, this doesn't mean like you can't go get other things. Like if you want another thing of laundry detergent or a different preference, you can always go get it when you get to your destination. But this way you have everything that you need, and it's all like in this handy dandy size. This really is not taking up that much space in the suitcase. You see, it's gonna fold down so small, and it's still in this neat bag where you know, okay, all of my household items are in here. You don't even have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up my hair bag, which basically includes anything I need to sleep in, to style it, any products that I'll need, all of those things. So I'm gonna go do that. Okay, I went ahead and packed up a little carry-on bag. It has my toothbrush, another thing of toothpaste, a washcloth, and some like, what is it called? Like, not beignet, but like basically beignet, but a different brand, a better brand. So Tiger Balm, that's what it's called, Tiger Balm. So I put that on there. I have a long flight, so just in case I get uncomfortable, I'm gonna put that on there. I'm also putting my adapter in my carry-on because I don't know what type of outlets are gonna be on the plane. And I'm gonna put my charger in my carry-on, and then my general belongings. So glasses, I'm gonna fill my shoes up with sunglasses, and I like to fill my shoes up with socks or anything that can just kind of slide in there nicely, and it just capitalizes on space. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that now. And so I'm actually gonna have to join a meeting for Flock Together. It's late night, but it's okay. I go with the flow, and it was something to just make sure I got in with my client. We caught up, got on the same page before my trip. I'm not busy, so I'm not you can't reach me after 6, you know, like I'm chill, cool vibes. So I'm gonna hop on that call now. There's a few more things that I do want to mention that I think I'll bring up in another pack with me video, just to cover some more intimate details and less of a pack with me, but more of a me talking to you guys, so that you all can really see how to create your list and building a list per trip. So I know that I went over how I'm packing, what I'm packing, but I also want to go over how I got to this point, like making the board, making my packing list, making a customized packing list for the destination, and so forth. So thanks for sticking it out with me, guys. I'll talk to you all later. If you want more information on how to be a better host, just go on my description, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.